Hello again, Lockpicking Paul here, and what I've got this evening is a campaign chest for a British or Scottish officer. So this was made for Lieutenant Colonel Lumley Webb of the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders, approximately sort of late 1890s. So this would date to the Boer War. So it really is a proper antique. And this is the kind of thing that officers would take off to war with them with all their stuff in it. And I bought it because it's just a really fantastic thing, but it has an amazing brass lock mechanism on the front. And when I got it, it didn't come with a key. And I haven't obviously been able to get inside that lock, and I'm certainly not going to take those rivets off. I want this original. But I do want a key for it, and I do want to be able to get it open. Right, so I was having a prod around inside this, and I think it's sort of one half of a rim dead latch. It's just basically a spring-loaded lever, just one, and if you prod it in the right place, the lock will open. So that's what we've got. Very good for opening dead latches, this, but if I just slot it in here and above the pipe stand for the key, if I can actually get it in. Let's try that again without making a mess of this. Harder to do while you're holding a camera. Right, come on. There's a very thick lip on the inside of this lock. Nearly had it. There you go, done it. So, right, not a tour de force in security, which probably explains why it's got this hasp with an additional staple here for another padlock. But locks of that era, not exactly the most secure. But I want to make a key for this. So because it's a rim dead latch, impressioning a key for this should be pretty straightforward. Bearing in mind that I've never actually impressioned a key before. So what I did is I got a pipe key, much like this one, and I ground all the teeth off it. And then I silver soldered a flat plate onto the end of the key, just a square. Tried it in the lock and it didn't work. By the way, I'd never tried silver soldering before. This was a first for me. It's surprisingly easy to silver solder something. I wish I'd learned that technique years and years and years ago. So what I ended up with was a key, and it's not the most beautiful key, but that flat plate, you can see there was probably another bit here. I silver soldered that on. I covered this side of the key in thick black ink from like a marker pen, and I put it in and tried to engage the lock. And what I was looking for is two markings. One from the actual spring dead latch lever itself, which would be springy, and I don't want to remove that metal. And two from any warding that it was catching on, which would be solid. And as you can see, the bit cut out of the bottom corner here, that was some warding. And I was basically just grinding little bits of the plate away until I got something that would rotate and operate in the lock. So, it's not a perfect fit, but as you can see, it operates the lock fine. So, I now have a key for this fantastic old piece of history. Now I'm going to treat that as a tryout key. What I will do is get something nicer in brass. I make a tidier job of the silver soldering. That was, like I said, my very first silver solder job. So that's it for tonight. It's just a really interesting old campaign chest with a fantastic locking mechanism on it. Hope you found that interesting. Enjoy your picking. Cheers.